At this, the grey-eyed goddess Athena left him, and left that comely land, going over sea to Marathon, to the wide roadways of Athens, and her retreat in the stronghold of Erechtheus. Odysseus, now alone before the palace, meditated a long time before crossing the brazen threshold of the great courtyard. High rooms he saw ahead, airy and luminous as though with lustres of the sun and moon, bronze-panelled walls at several distances, making a vista, with an azure moulding of lapis lazuli. The doors were golden guardians of the great room. Shining bronze plated the wide door-sill. The posts and lintel were silver upon silver. Golden handles curved on the doors, and golden too, in silver were sculptured hounds flanking the entrance-way. Cast by the skill and ardor of Hephaestus to guard the prince Alcinous' house, undying dogs that never could grow old. Through all the rooms, as far as he could see, tall chairs were placed around the walls, and strewn with fine embroidered stuff made by the women. Here were enthroned the leaders of Phaeacia, drinking and dining with abundant fare. Here too were boys of gold on pedestals, holding aloft bright torches of pitch pine to light the great rooms in the night-time feasting. And 50 maids in waiting of the household sat by the round mill, grinding yellow corn, or wove upon their looms, or twirled their distaffs, flickering like the leaves of a poplar tree, while drops of oil glistened on linen weft. Skilful as were the men of Phaeacia in ship handling at sea, so were these women skilled at the loom, having this lovely craft and artistry as talents from Athena. To left and right outside he saw an orchard closed by a pale, 4 spacious acres planted with trees in bloom or weighted down for picking, pear trees, pomegranates, brilliant apples, luscious figs, and olives ripe and dark. Fruit never failed upon these trees, winter and summertime they bore, for through the year the breathing west wind ripened all in turn. So one pear came to prime, and then another, and so with apples, figs, and the vine's fruit empurpled in the royal vineyard there. Currants were dried at one end on a platform bare to the sun. Beyond the vintage arbors and vats the vintners trod, while near at hand were new grapes barely formed as the green bloom fell, or half-ripe clusters faintly coloring. After the vines came rows of vegetables of all the kinds that flourish in every season, and through the garden plots and orchard ran channels from one clear fountain, while another gushed through a pipe under the courtyard entrance to serve the house and all who came for water. These were the gifts of heaven to Alcinous. Odysseus, who had borne the barren sea, stood in the gateway and surveyed this bounty. He gazed his fill, and swiftly he went in. The lords and nobles of Phaeacia were tipping wine to the wakeful god, to Hermes, a last libation before going to bed. But down the hall Odysseus went unseen, still in the cloud Athena cloaked him in, until he reached Arete and the king. He threw his great hands round Arete's knees, whereon the sacred mist curled back. They saw him, and the diners hushed, amazed to see an unknown man inside the palace. Under their eyes Odysseus made his plea. Arete, admirable Rhexenor's daughter, here is a man bruised by adversity, thrown upon your mercy and the king your husband's, begging indulgence of this company. May the gods' blessing rest on them. May life be kind to all. Let each one leave his children every good thing this realm confers upon him, but grant me passage to my fatherland. My home and friends lie far, my life is pain.